is helping African nationals stranded in the Ukraine to make their way back to their respective countries. Omalicha joins us now to talk more about the work that they are doing and challenges that they are facing in the Ukraine. Good evening, and thank you very much for your time joining us tonight here on In Focus. Now, of course, there is a sense that fundamental rights of people from the continent are under attack currently in this Russia-Ukraine conflict, and there's also fear that help will not arrive in time to get them out of that situation. What's your organ doing to assist?
So Nigerians in Diaspora Organization has been helping to support all victims of, mostly Africans, but we're helping with others as well that are involved. So we're trying to get people out. That is the most important thing that we're doing, because the crisis at the moment is become a humanitarian crisis. Like, this is nothing for us. It's really getting people out of an environment that is very, very unsafe. In fact, unsafe is even an understatement. It's a life and death situation, and any minute counts in the life of that person. Remember, the people who are stuck there, many of them are students who, some of them have never really been away from home. Maybe that's probably the first time that they've been away from home. 17 years old, 18 years old, very young people, young boys and girls. I would say, young people, youths, right? So it's very, very hurtful and sad to see that what they experienced in there. There's so many things to talk about the ones that are stuck at a border that they cannot get out. Thousands of them been there for 5 days. I think this is the 5 days, I think, roughly, or even maybe more. I've lost count because I've been working on this heavily. Getting them out of a place where they cannot get food, they cannot get water, they're in the cold, they're stuck in they're just stuck, right? So they need a really good intervention from authorities to be able to get them out. Maybe a diplomatic intervention. Some of them, which our organization are trying to work with the Nigerian government to see what they can do, how much they can do to pull all the strings that they can to get them out of there. We also talk about others who are in a bunker. These are university students who are stuck in their universities, and they're trying to band themselves together. They're trying to save some of their food. They have to go under the bunker when there are airstrikes. So we are doing our best to get them out. And then the ones that are stuck on the way, they're stuck in many places. So Nigeria in Diaspora Organization also are looking after those who are coming out and helping them, take them to the hotels, take them to shelter, look for accommodation for them. So there's just a lot. And we're supporting on the other side of the border, like if they're able to get to where they're going. We're supporting the Nigerian government, NIDCOM, to provide support for them as well. So it's just a lot that, but yeah, we're getting through.
Talk to us about what it takes to finalize those kinds of arrangements to bring them back home.
Oh, there's a lot. There is, you're talking about logistics, you're talking about people who provide food, you're talking about, diplomatic relations, you're talking about social media has been a great savior for us in this project. It started very small and it so grew, we just couldn't understand how that grew. So social media is a big engine that has really helped us. We're talking about, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, also leveraging on organizations that exist, and really just do as much you can. So for NIDO, we currently are providing logistical support for those chapters in Eastern Europe. So you have, I'm so sorry, I've got a noise just next to me, but can you just hold on? I need to get my dog out of here. So.
All right, that's Chi there, Omalicha, who is in Nigeria, who is with the Nigeria Diaspora Organization. She is currently in the United Nations. Then they are, of course, assisting students to be able to get out there. She is, of course, outlining for us some of the arrangements that they are putting in place. So, Chi, I'm very interested. I mean, as already you're mentioning, these are young people Some of them, it's the first time that they've been in a foreign country and they are trying to run away from war. How do you keep them calm in this particular situation, especially the fact that communication is also a little bit of a tricky situation? I know you're saying social media has been quite helpful, but how do you ensure that they stay calm and take care of themselves even before help gets to them?
So different locations have different challenges, and that is, so what we just had to adapt to many things. So the ones that are stuck in a bunker, there is a lot of support that they get from being in a group where they mobilize each other. So it's really interesting how this all started. So at first, I was just tweeting out contact details of NIDO chapters, right, that people could contact when they come out. I didn't actually know that they're going to get stuck at borders, right? So just by tweeting those things, people started, asking, okay, who can I contact? Where do I go? And we were there we didn't get to everybody at first, but the fact that people who had numbers that they could call was amazing. So people called those numbers, and even those people who had never heard of NIDO before, they called the numbers. And then we found that there was a lot, it was just going viral. And we're talking about how do we get these people in a way that we can reach them. So we created Telegram groups, right? Telegram groups, and we had a big Telegram group, one Telegram group at first, which everybody was going in, and asking questions, and then they could see that there are people who were from the chapters, the NIDO chapters, were in those groups. So when people ask the question, where do I go? How do I get here? All of that. And some people say, I'm stuck somewhere. People ask them, where are you stuck? Oh, I'm at this border, or I'm in Sumi. So there was just a natural, how would I put it? Just people coming together. And then people who were looking for their family members, people also wanted to help. They were like, okay, there's an Telegram group. I'm going to join that. So people just started rallying each other, trying to form collaborations. People found their schools, that they're in the same school together, all of that. And then we found out that some people were stuck, right? So there we found out, okay, someone said, I'm from Sumi. Where are you? I'm in this university. There's a lot of bombs going on. Okay, look for someone who's like in the same situation with you. And some of our volunteers will say, okay, I think there's this person. So we decided to create a group for some other people, like, just basically different groups sprang. I don't want to give too much information, but different groups sprang up. And now they're communicating with each other. But the point about how do they stay, they're not staying cool as such, but the comfort of that people know that they are there is helping. Although there's still a lot more to do. Governments are trying their best to get them out, but yeah.
Chi, we appreciate you coming on, and of course we'll be touching base with you periodically as well to find out more as the work that you're doing advances. That's Chi Omalicha, who is with the Nigeria in the Diaspora organization. We'll continue.